Good morning. Today is the 18th day of July. The time is 9 o'clock. The board is in session to conduct its open business meeting. All three commissioners are present. Could you identify yourself there for the record? Go ahead.
John Blake, paramedics. Richard Beck, Development Services.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
IT guy.
Katie Reed, Clerk's Office.
Bob Perkins, Ada County Procurement.
Beth Law, Treasurer.
Okay. Do we have any changes to the agenda, Madam Clerk?
No, we do not.
Okay, we have some unfinished business. I'll accept the motion to remove the unfinished business from the table.
Mr. Chair, I move to remove the unfinished business from the table for consideration.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. On the new business. We have a couple of resolutions. I'll open the public hearing on resolution.
Mr. Chair, under unfinished.
Oh, yeah, excuse me, we gotta finish that. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Under unfinished business this morning, we have the final ranking and request to enter fee negotiations for RFQ 23064, the ARPA Design Services for Expo Idaho, Ada County Jail, and 400 Benjamin RTU replacements. The evaluation team for this project has completed the evaluation of the 4 statement of qualifications and would like to submit this letter of their recommendation for your consideration.
Submit the letter.
Alrighty, if you have to read it into the record, it's a letter dated July 18th, 2023 to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding RFQ 23064. Dear members of the board, the evaluation committee has evaluated the responses for RFQ 23064. A short list of qualified candidates was determined by evaluation scoring. The short list of qualified firms ranked in order of evaluation scoring are as follows. Number 1, CTA with a score of 95.0. Number 2, Cater, Ruma, and Associates with a score of 78.0. Number 3, Musgrove Engineering with a score of 71.67. And number 4, CSHQA with a score of 69.0. The evaluation committee would like to request the board's approval of the final rankings and permission to enter into fee negotiations beginning with the number 1 ranked firm. If negotiations are successful, the operations department will put back on the board's agenda for contract award consideration.
Okay, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to accept the final rankings for RFQ 23064, ARPA Design Services for Expo Idaho, Ada County Jail, and 400 Benjamin RTU replacements, and authorize the staff to enter into fee negotiations starting with number 1 ranked firm.
Second.
Okay, well, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Commissioners.
All right, now moving on to new business. We have the resolution number 2884. I'll open the public hearing on resolution 2884. A resolution for the destruction of records at the sheriff's office. Is there any question or discussion about that? Any comment? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 2884 and ask for a motion.
I move to approve resolution number 2884 as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll open the public hearing on resolution 2885. Is there any discussion? This is a resolution for the destruction of credit slips records. Sheriff's Office again. Any discussion or observations? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 2885 and ask for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve resolution 2885 as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next we have a change order. Change order number 1, Ada County Landfill Hangar Demo Agreement number 15228, a decrease of $17,300. We have Thomas Ott on the bridge, or do you have anything you want to speak to that?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, it's just, we didn't use any contingency on the project, so it would be returned to the budget.
Okay. All right, I'll accept a motion.
I move to approve change order number 1, Ada County landfill hangar demo as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have procurement. Review proposal received and award recommendation for goods and services. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the evaluation team for RFP 23055, the Ada County Landfill Depredation Services Project, has completed the evaluation of the 2 proposals submitted and would like to submit an award recommendation letter for your consideration.
If you could read the letter.
I'd be happy to read the
Thank
letter.
you.
It's a letter dated July 18th, 2023 to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding RFP 23055. Dear members of the board, the evaluation committee has evaluated the responses for RFP 23055. The final ranking of qualified candidates was determined by evaluation scoring. The final rankings in order of evaluation scoring are as follows. Number 1, Loom Acres Wildlife Management Incorporated with a score of 83.33. Number 2, the Hawk Pros with a score of 72.12. It is a recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for RFP 23055 to Loom Acres Wildlife Management Incorporated as the number 1 ranked proposer.
Okay. Is there any questions or discussion?
Do you have the amount that you want to order?
This is, it's a fee-based amount, and I believe it's at $56 an hour. We do have Thomas Audi on the line with us to kind of talk a little bit about that, if you're interested in learning more about what the depredation services are for.
Do we need to have that in the motion?
No, just, it will be, based on how many hours are actually used with
Right,
degradation
but
services.
it's by the hour. It's,
It is.
in the contract, it's by the hour.
Yes,
Is it that hawk that flies around?
it is. It is.
The hawk gets $56 an hour. That's pretty good.
Not bad for a hawk, huh?
Not bad for a hawk.
Wonder if he gets steak as a result of it or something.
All right. I'll accept the motion.
I move to accept the recommendation of the evaluation committee and award RFP 23055 Ada County Landfill Depredation Services to Lou Morgan Wildlife,
Loom Acres,
Loom Acres Wildlife Management.
yes.
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, thanks, Commissioners.
When does the hawk start?
Soon, from what I understand, they'll be flying around up there, scaring birds away, and hopefully,
Lunges, birds, seagulls.
yes, seagulls.
That would be interesting to watch, actually.
Yeah.
You've been out to the Birds of Prey, they have a demonstration on that out there.
Huh.
It's interesting to watch.
Well, I'm sure that they'll, Tom can probably set up a time for maybe you guys to come out and take a look at that, see it in operation.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have some licensing. 3 catering permits and a couple of events. All right.
Mr. Chair, I'll move to approve the licenses as listed on the agenda, including 3 catering permits, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carry. We have Katie representing the clerk's office.
Yes, good morning,
All right,
Mr.
good
Chair,
morning.
Commissioners. Tomorrow, our recorder's office is hosting a roundtable with some of our community partners to talk about the alcohol licensing process. So we'll have representatives from all of the cities, from the state, from law enforcement, some folks from our prosecutor's office to talk about code enforcement. And it's a really good opportunity to just network and make sure everyone's on the same page in regards to that process to make that as smooth as possible for folks in the community who are wanting to obtain an alcohol license. So kudos to Heather Luther and our recording office for setting that up, and we're looking forward to that.
Where's that going on?
It's going to happen at the elections training room tomorrow afternoon.
Great.
Yeah, so it's been very successful in the past, and they're looking forward to it. So they've put a lot of work into it.
So they have good participation, people come.
Yes, they have. They've got a long list of folks who have RSVP'd for tomorrow, so it's going to be good.
Is Keith Hill RSVP?
He is not. So So,
Okay, is on the discussion the number of signatures that might be necessary to?
I'm not sure if they're gonna be talking about that specifically tomorrow. It's more of a, the state, the cities, and the county have to work in conjunction to make sure that those alcohol licenses are approved. So just making sure that they have a smooth process in place for that.
Okay,
The coordination part.
Yeah,
all right. Well, anything else you got for us?
I don't think so. It's a pretty quiet week in our office. Other than, of course, our ERP project, which is always ongoing.
Wow, to be escalating here pretty quick, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I have an update for you tomorrow. So I'll
Okay.
be seeing you.
Yes.
Seeing you tomorrow
Yeah,
afternoon.
okay. All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we have the claims journal before us.
Mr. Chairman, I move to authorize payment of the claims on the Claims Journal dated July 14th, 2023.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. We have personnel actions.
I move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda and that the summary sheet remain on file in the Commissioner's office.
I second the motion.
You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
We have with us our distinguished assessor. Do you have some news for us?
Oh, not a lot of news. We're still trying to process all the PTR applications and recovering from BOE. We're very happy with the way things went at BOE. That's about it.
How's your appeal coming?
Which one?
That homeowner's exemption one from the lady from Washington County.
Oh, well, we had the hearing before the Board of Tax Appeals, but we have not
It's
heard
not heard on. Huh?
decision. It'd probably take another month, I would guess. But we'll let you know how that goes.
Yes.
Good luck on it.
That was a strange one.
Definitely interested in that one.
Yeah, that was strange, all right. Well, thank you.
Yes, and convey again to your staff, we appreciated all the help they gave us.
Yes, that was, of course, we had 16% reduction in valuations for residential, so that participated in it.
That helped.
But yeah,
That was a help.
yeah, and that was good. We appreciate the staff getting in the middle of preventing them from coming in if they can negotiate something. That's well, thank your staff for that.
I will. Thank
Okay, thank you. We have with us our distinguished treasurer, Ms. Desmond.
Morning, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. Pretty much business as usual in the Treasurer's office. As Katie noted, we are heavily involved in the ERP testing right now. I will note that the Treasurer's office, we did have a breakthrough last week in some of the, one piece of functionality that's really important to our office. So we were pleased to see that, and we will just continue testing and testing.
A breakthrough and it was not working as well as it should.
Oh, no, breakthrough, sorry, clarify, in terms of like an a positive
word.
breakthrough, like
Word.
words.
Yeah.
We ticked and tied, which I love to do. So it was great to have the numbers tie.
Ticked and tied.
Correct.
Which you like best?
Need 'em both.
Ticking or tying?
Need 'em both.
All right, well, thank you.
Yes, that's.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll get another update tomorrow from
That's right.
Katie here on that, how that's going, cause that's a big deal for the county. All right, thank you.
I have a question. What's this whole push on the executive branch part at the federal level on crypto dollars? What is that doing to the investment portfolio for federal?
Oh, I'm not sure how it's impacting our portfolio. We do have an investment update this Thursday. So we could mention that to one of our advisors, but
Just curious about how they're pushing and how that's affecting things.
yeah, I don't know how it'd be impacting ours, but can look into that more.
In relation to our cash,
Right.
cash availability, that's what,
Yeah.
that was the question.
No, I'll look into that more. No.
All right, well, thank you. All right, we have minutes to approve. I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you heard the motion. All favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we have some, expo interim events and concessionaire agreements and commercial exhibitor.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the interim event agreements and concessionaire agreement and 2 commercial exhibitor agreements as listed on the agenda, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we have some weddings and stuff going on at Barber Park Education and Event Center. I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the 5 Barber Park Education and Event Center agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have, some agreements. 5 agreements. One, we had to get this signed in advance, but we need to still get it approved. The settlement agreement. Accept a motion on that one.
Which settlement agreement was that?
15278, is that the one?
Yeah. U.S. Court of Appeals.
What were we settling? I don't know if I saw that one.
Well, it came through. I don't remember the details. But we needed to sign it for, get it on.
Because of timing.
Yeah, it was a timing thing.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve and ratify agreement number 15278, signed by Commissioner Beck on July 11th, 2023, as identified on the agenda. And approve the remaining 4 agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board. And just as in my motion, 15279 is one of those, and it has to do with transportation, and I've discussed it with Development Services in terms of that. I think I'm going to be following up with them on that. So.
Well, sure. Well, that's that Spring Rock thing. And,
Right.
And we're
In terms of transportation,
Right.
in relation to our discussion with ACHD and what we do vis-a-vis them, and so I'll be following up on that one.
okay. Is there any more discussion on any of the agreements? Do we have a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Okay. You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Is there any other business needs to be brought before the board? If there's not, we'll be in recess. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Today is the 18th day of July. The time is 9:20. The Board of Commissioners, sitting as a Board of Emergency Medical Services District, is in session to conduct its open business meeting. All 3 commissioners are present. We also have with us, could you introduce yourself?
Mark with Ada County Paramedics.
John Blake, paramedics.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
IT guy. Thank you. Are there any changes to the agenda, Madam Clerk?
No, they're not.
All right, we have, under new business, we have the Claims Journal. I will accept a motion on the Claims Journal.
I move to authorize payment for claims as listed on the Claims Journal dated July 14th, 2023 regarding EMS expenditures.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. We have personnel actions. I'll accept a motion on the personnel actions.
I move to approve personnel actions as listed on the agenda and that the summary sheet remain on file in the Commissioner's office.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, now we have an EMS update.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Commissioners, I only have a few things for you. Our application period just closed. We were happy to find that we had several experienced applicants from around the country, and so it looks like between some of our internal candidates and those folks, we're gonna have a good opportunity to fill our vacancies. I think as Chief Rain has mentioned to you before, we are in the middle of a BLS ambulance and ALS squad pilot with Boise Fire. That continues. It is in its second week, and certainly it's too soon to draw any conclusions from the data we have, but clearly there's going to be some utility in tailoring our responses to this community and improving our service long term. So we'll have more for that. The pilot's 90 days, so we're just on the front end. The only thing I have for you is that our community paramedics just finished up several weeks of planning for their relaunch. They're going to spend a couple of weeks in field training. We have a newer member that needs some field training, and starting in August, the community paramedic program will be up and running. That's all I have for you.
Okay. Any questions from Commission?
What is summer versus other times of the year? Is it, do you have more calls in summer or winter or?
Yeah, it could be mostly when you look at the data for the summer, it's busier. People are out, they're more active, and we just end up generating calls as a result of that. We could have particularly busy times of winter, and that's all just dependent on snow and particular circumstance. But in general and over the years, this is our prime time.
He's worse than cold.
Well, right, everybody's in the winter, everybody's hunkered down, and in the summer, they're all out and doing the things.
Even if it's 170 degrees.
That's right.
That's when they get in trouble.
Okay. Any other questions? Discussion? You have anything else for us?
That's it.
Hey, well, congratulations on a successful application process. You got enough applications that you can
Yes.
fill your, how many vacancies do you have?
It's I think we're at 9 or 10 right now. That is a fortunate part of our organization that we've been largely insulated from the staffing issues that other people have had. We've always found a way to find interested people in coming here and helping us.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Good.
That's great. Well, thank you.
welcome.
Appreciate the update. We'll
Thank
be
you.
in recess.